for this for a long time, anticipating it, expecting it, and now we're starting to see it.
The winds are picking up out there and already causing some damages.
Chunks of the roof coming off, windows busting out.
Welcome to WTVY News at 6. We begin today with our 1-hour special of Hurricane Michael. 1 year later, very much drastic differences, but first responders were extremely busy during Hurricane Michael. Police, fire, and rescue worked around the clock to keep you safe. And here we are in our studio. We have a crew out in Mexico Beach. We have team coverage going on everywhere. But here in our studio, before we send it out to those reporters, I'm joined by Houston County EMA Director Chris Judah with more on the efforts in Houston County during the storm. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having me.
So kind of just tell me a little bit, before we talk about how you prepare for Hurricane Michael, what are the normal things that you do to prepare for a disaster?
Well, we always have a plan in place. I mean, the best tool you can have is a plan, and any plan that you have to be ready to change it. So we always have that plan ready, and last year, and it's hard to believe it's been a year. It went by really, really fast. But we always we train. And we're very fortunate, Chief Etheridge was here earlier and talked about that. We're very fortunate to have Dothan Fire Department, Dothan Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, and all our volunteers. And we train all throughout the year for these type of events. Last year came upon us real quick, and it changed very fast.
Yes. So in that case, how did you coordinate all that together?
Yeah, well, we started on Monday. You know, obviously through the weekend we were watching as building up to nothing but a thunderstorm, and as Monday moved on and into Tuesday, we're at a Category 3 hurricane. So the main thing that we wanted to do was deliver information, get communication out to the public, use the media, make sure that our residents are tuning into our meteorologists, which you guys do a great job. The media and our meteorologists here, David does a wonderful job. National Weather Service, we're constantly in contact with them. But what we've done is we've worked with the city of Dothan, Houston County, and we get together at the Emergency Management Agency. We make sure that everything is authenticated information-wise, and we make it one voice to get that out to the residents so they can prepare, be prepared, and plan and be ready for an event like this.
Okay, so this was an all-day thing, an all-night thing.
Absolutely.
And power went out. So then how did you get your information and keep up with it and continue to let the viewers know?
Well, we continue to do that through social media, through the internet, through different media organizations that were up, radio stations, anything that we could get out there, we were getting out there. Police were delivering information. So we worked very hard to make sure that everybody stayed up to date. And our utility companies, Dothan Utilities, Alabama Power, Wiregrass Electric, you can't get any better than that. The resiliency of our residents here in Dothan, Houston County, the Wiregrass area and the tri-state area is unbelievable. Our community came together to make this work. Was there any information at the time that you kept for the viewers and for everyone in the community's safety? That we kept? Yeah, information, we just kept it up to date, and we made sure that it was one voice. We made sure that it was authenticated. We made sure that people weren't getting this information on this side and this information over here. We made sure that it was all authenticated. The same thing was coming from Dothan, the same thing was coming from Enterprise or Houston County, and making sure that our residents knew what was going on the best that we could. Was there anything in your position that really took you by surprise, considering how fast the storm changed? Well, that's what took us by surprise, but we were prepared for it, and we just tried to make sure that, again, people were prepared. And again, I use the word resiliency because that's what it is. The community came together, and that's what we had to have because it happened so fast. Chris, thank you so much for coming in today to speak about this. You guys do a great job. We thank you for what you do. Thank you, and we appreciate everything that you do. Thank you. Well, thousands of people across the Panhandle were affected by Hurricane Michael, as we discussed, and farmers lost not only their crops, but hundreds of thousands of dollars. WTVY's Aaron Wilson talked with one local farmer who experienced this loss.